All right. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. All right. Oh, we got somebody here. Cool. Getting my food and everything ready. Just give me a second. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? We're getting there. Ah! Cameron Porter. Cameron's back. What's up, Cameron? Whew. Busy day. We're getting everything set up though. Can't quite see the chat right now, but I'll be right there, Cameron. I had my thing in here I was looking for. Huh. Anybody else in here? Yo, what up, guys? Yo. This tank top I'm wearing is kind of sweaty and nasty, so I'm gonna put another one on. Throw my hat on. How's everybody doing? A beautiful day, a beautiful day. Yep, it is a beautiful day. Where on earth did my hat go? For me, it's been one of those days where I wanted everything to go a certain way, and it started that way. This message is held for review. What is it? Great shit, American. Yep, that's what's up. Of course. Of course, man, always. For me, it's been one of those crazy days where I had meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. Again, this is the office over here. Sticky notes everywhere, just meeting after meeting after meeting. Talking about all the new Medicare, the new HIPAA contracts, just all sorts of business. Good game. Where and who did the Vietnam and lose there? What the hell? Why and for whom did you go to Vietnam and lose there? Well, I was never in Nam, boy. But I did fight in Operation Enduring Freedom, so a little bit after Vietnam. All right. I am hungry, guys, so I am ready for my plate of food. Just me a little snack. This is my snack right here. Yum, yum. So somebody asked me how much I could bench, right? For some reason, y'all wanted to know how much can I bench press. Guys, I do not lift, I don't bench press like I used to, but I just got done doing a couple heavy sets of 5, and it was 385. So I got about a 385 bench. Not bad for someone almost 40 years old. Welcome to the chat, everybody. My name is Coach Chris. Got me some food here, taking a break from the office. How's everybody doing? Howdy. Trampon, is cereal a soup? Cereal, that's a great question. Is cereal a soup? I mean, what is a soup? What is a soup, man? I don't know if cereal is a soup. But guys, hat or no hat, glasses or no glasses, the people need to know. Great, how are you? I'm doing well. You look almost 50? Nice, thank you. I'm glad that I look almost 50. Thank you so much for that encouragement. Shout out to everyone who thinks I look in my 50s. Shout out to them. I'd like to see you and see how you look when you're almost 40. Votes in the chat. Do you think I look 27? Oh, now you're just making me smile. If I was on Family Guy, I'd be like this. Oh my. You got a piece of candy in your pocket. You making me very happy now. Boy, I tell you what, you're just making me happy like Mr. Hubert on Family Guy. You look good, man. Yo, Bo, I try, man. Got to remember, I went through a divorce. I looked a lot younger before I went through my divorce. My wife aged me about 10 years in about a month. My ex. Shout out to that bastard. Just kidding. Yeah, but here's a little snack right here. Time to eat me a little snack. My snack right here is this is what I call my muscle dish. Guys, I am not a bodybuilder, but I do talk about lifting weights on the channel. The weightlifting that I discuss is about being an athlete. Try to be strong. I am more into athletic training. This is a recipe I make. I call it muscle mush. It's basically chicken, vegetables, broth, and I use a little bit of organic stuffing. So it's basically protein, fat, carbs. You just make a bunch of it. It costs like $20 to make 20 dishes. And I'll smash this down with some coffee. All right, guys. We're going to make it a little bit dirty, though. Guys, some of you guys think I don't eat junk food. Well, you're wrong. Guys, come on. What you got today? 17 thumbs up. Let's go. Yeah, so if you want to know how, guys, hope you're having a great day. For those new into the chat, I am Coach Chris. I am a Navy veteran. I got out. I started a business. I do insurance, but I also started going live. You look like you just look like you aged, bro. What the hell? Life is hard. You look like you just aged? Okay. Maybe I look like I aged because I grew a little bitty mustache. Anyways, I'm going to take some of these Cheez-Its and I'm going to crack it on top of my food. I mean, guys, come on now. You really think I look that bad for almost 40? Shit. You ain't look, I sell insurance to people in their houses. I know what 40-year-olds look like. I'm not saying I'm the best looking, but come on now. I don't look that bad. Jesus. You look like you're 50. You look like Epstein's Island. God, what did you just do? Take a bunch of meth? Why does everybody think I'm a meth-addicted Epstein Island dude, man? I think it's just haters being jealous because y'all don't have profile pictures. Sarah, Chips food, damn. Yeah, so this is a bunch of chicken, a bunch of vegetables, all mixed together with stuffing, and I just did a full body workout for 2 hours. So I did sprints, weighted pull-ups. For those who care, I'm 6'4", 230. So I did weighted pull-ups with 75 pounds for just like 3 to 5 reps. And I went as heavy on there's an incline the incline hammer. I got 3.5 plates and 4 plates on the flat. So I was really hungry. Guys, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't care about bodybuilding. I train to be explosive. The older you get, the harder it is to be explosive. Well, guys, listen. You talk about the cheese nips, but from a calorie standpoint, the cheese nips have leucine in it. And I have like 30 bags from the church. Do 30 push-ups right now? Hell no, dude. I'm tired. I could do 30 push-ups if I wanted to, trust me. But gym time's over, brother. It's business time. I got to go through my insurance contracts. Fast for 2 weeks. All right. I have fasted. I've done a water fast for 7 days. No food or nothing but water. Never seen Stranger Things. Oh, Nirvana, thank you. Yeah, I'm not a bodybuilder. I train more like an athlete. At least I try to. You know, I do sprints. I do boxing. I try to kick. You know, do a little Muay Thai. Like, I just try to stay active. Guys, like, look. I'm telling you right now. For all you young gals and all you young guys in here. Oh, is Jimmy White back? Jack Jones, come on, 6 months. Who can do that? Nah. What's up, BU? How's your day? My day's great. Guys, remember, I am an entrepreneur. My name is Coach Chris, right? So, you know what? I'm going to turn the view this way. Because for some reason, everybody likes the way the house looks this way. For some reason. I don't know. Maybe this is just a better angle. But guys, one of the things that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do an experiment. It takes a lot of energy to go live on YouTube. Jesus Louises, man. I have to drink these sports coffees, dude. I didn't realize how much energy. Man, I wish I could train upper body because I broke my fist knuckle. Oh, man. Well, you know what? You could still train. Hey, look. T-punch. You could still train your upper body. You're not going to be able to grab. But I tell you, get you a carabiner and a strap from Ace Hardware, wrap that around your wrist, right? Kind of like a cloth with 2 triangle wedges on it and a carabiner. Lock that to your arm and you can still lift with a cuff. I know that because I was in the Navy for 10 years and I used to train with guys who blew off their hands and all sorts of stuff. You can make a cuff if you want to train. Yeah, you're not going to be able to grab, but you can still train until you can, get that grip strength back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Great question. What business do? I am a licensed insurance agent in the state of Georgia. So in the state of Georgia, I focus on life, health, accident, Medicare, open enrollment, annual enrollment, special enrollment, and I sell whole life term, variables, and all that blah, blah, blah stuff. I'm the guy that when your grandparents or your parents need to have coverage to make sure that when they die, their family gets taken care of, they write policies. I'm the guy that sends up the policies. I get paid to make sure that you're protected. It's called risk mitigation. I have a fiduciary responsibility to indemnify you. That's what I do. All right, nice tattoo, thank you. Hello, have God day, bro. Chico, you have a God day too. Is that nachos? No, this is not nachos. I did add some of these crispy Cheez-Its to it, simply because I do kind of count my calories. This is a post-workout meal, and I was craving something like dirty. I rode by Wendy's, and the only thing I thought of was, man, I could eat a Baconator cheeseburger. And I don't go to Wendy's for 1 Baconator. I go to Wendy's for 3 Baconators. 1 Baconator ain't doing it. If I go to Wendy's, I'm eating 3 Baconators, right? And I was like, man, do I want to eat the Baconators? I was like, nah. So instead, I decided to be a good boy. Because listen, I do full body workouts. I do a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, dips. I train like an athlete. I do more athletic training, right? And after a full body workout, I am ravishing. So I came home and ate 2 bananas and cooked this. This is my muscle mesh. It's basically like a stuffing. It's got a lot of complex carbs, peas, carrots, onions, cumin, spices, and a bunch of chicken and turkey all ground up together. And it is absolutely delicious. What we got? What's up? Nope, that's not me. I don't send texts out to people. I buy leads. Guys, if you want to know how to do insurance, it's a great business, but you have to pay for leads. So you pay for leads. So people fill out information saying they want to talk to an agent. I buy those leads and I go visit the people and I attempt to close them. Guys, insurance is the best business in the world. If you can sell and you're not selling insurance, if you have a little bit of cash saved up so you can invest, right? Get your license, get an iPad Pro and create. Look, every time you sell an insurance policy, guys, every time you sell an insurance policy and you take care of someone, they remember you, right? And you get paid every single month. Pete Davidson. Yo, what's up, Anthony Jones? Yeah, why people making fun of my post-workout meal? Look, dude, come on now. Do I look that bad for 40? Come on now, you gotta remember too. Look, I look better from the side, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little thicker. See, I got legs, baby. I'm an athlete. See, I'm more big in the back and legs, baby. I'm not just chest and arms like I'm not the guy that just goes in there and does chest and arms, bro. I didn't even train chest my first 4 years training. I just did pull-ups, dude. And I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4" with big legs. I hate pull-ups and dips, but they are the best exercises. Hell yeah, Hannah, capitalism and muscles and damn, you know what? You 2 minutes in, let's play some damn piano too. Let's go. This is why I'm gonna go viral on YouTube. Well, at least I'm gonna try. This is why, because who else is gonna talk about capitalism, muscles, and then come over here and do something like this? And then come. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Now I'm hungry. I was judging too early. You damn right. All you haters be judging me. I don't watch other streams. I don't know what other people do. I'm just my damn self, baby. Anyway, shout out to my moderator, Cameron Porter. He gave me the idea of trying to go live. My first 2 live videos, Cameron came in and I said, Cameron, I'm not doing this anymore. And he said, Chris, keep going live. Believe in the dream. Let's get monetized. So shout out to Cameron. Shout out to Jimmy White. Nah, dude. I got a little bit of caffeine in me. Y'all's lives take the energy out of me, dude. I can feel the energy being sucked from me. Looks. Fart night. You're not 40. I'm almost 40. Makila, yes I am. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I try to train and stay healthy. I did try to grow a mustache. This is 2 days of a mustache. Vote, should I grow a mustache? Guys, the people need to know. I need to know, do the people want me to grow a mustache? Listen here now, do the people want me to grow a mustache? I could grow a mustache, man. You see my hair right there? I could do it. Chris, what are you eating? Sure, Jess, what am I eating? I am eating glory. I call it my muscle mash. So basically, it is some complex carbohydrates, like some bread and some spices and stuff, potato, smashed up with veggies, green beans, peas, carrots, corn. I put the broth in, I mix it down to like a soft consistency. And because I was feeling dirty, after the gym, I wanted to get a Burger King burger. I wanted like a Baconator, man, or a Wendy's, whatever. I just wanted like a Baconator, man. But instead, I was a good boy. And shout out to Jimmy. And instead, I got Cheez-Its. I got some Cheez-Its and I threw it on there. And the only reason I use this is because when I volunteered at the church gives me a bunch of food. So, God bless them, because after my divorce, I needed it, right? But I got a bunch of these things. I got a bunch of these, and I got a bunch of this food. So, yeah, so I figure I need to use what I have for free. Subbed and like, Candy James, let's go. Be right back. Jimmy got me. Cameron, always a pleasure. Also, guys, go to my Instagram, America United 17. Hey, what's up, Gruber? What's up, Wonderful's Imagination? Yeah, I do go to the gym. I do. Going to the gym is the fountain of youth for me. I think going to the gym, I try to lift full body 3 days a week with weights. And on other days, I try to just stretch or do some calisthenics. Because you got to remember, my office is over here. What's up? Tick Off Patriot was good. Good old Brazil. Do I give piano lessons? No, simply because I don't really think I'm that good at piano. But on the streams, I'll go over some stuff. Some of my streams, I do go over music theory. But no, what I do is this. I have my insurance license right here. Resident in the state of Georgia, top producer, and I sell. I was in the Navy, right, for like 10 years. And this is my dirty, messy room because I haven't cleaned it. But yeah, I'm kind of over here. This is like my office. And yeah, essentially this is where I do my business. This is my American flag. I love them. Some of my scarves and stuff, some of my book bags. Guys, here's a message for Are you British? I am not. Garden God, welcome back. I remember. Hey, brother. Ricardo Majera. Married to divorce. Yep, I am not British. Thank you for your service. You're welcome. P90X. To God, straight. Nah, I don't want to do P90X. Nah, I'm not going to do P90X because I have a fast metabolism. I like to strength train and do cardio. I am a strength and conditioning coach through NASM and ISSA, one of the things I've done. No, P90X is great. If you just want to get lean and shredded, go for it. But I want to do push-ups, pull-ups, heavy deadlifts, heavy weighted pull-ups, heavy squats. I want to try to stay strong. Yo, I like your energy. Steve Harris, I like your energy. Guys, quick reminder, nobody cares, work harder. Now, here's something interesting. Let's make you smart. Did you serve abroad? Yeah, I was in Japan for 3 years. I served in Japan for 3 years. From 2010 to 2015, I was an LS at Special Boat Team 22, Combat Service Support. Got to train with some animals, learn about training from human performance coaches, and that's when I got my love for training. Before then, all I did was run. I was a runner. I did a lot of running, a lot of basketball, like a cardio guy. Then I got into weight training. And the older I get, I'm considering getting back into long distance running. I actually thought about doing it because I'm a natural long distance runner. Like when it comes to endurance, my endurance is through the roof. It's hard for me to build muscle. I wasn't someone who had muscle. Every muscle I got, I fought for. Can you be moderator? Maybe. You're welcome. Can you have me mod? Oh boy. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm going to make God right here. I say God, Garden of God. He is going to be a moderator now, right? Simply because he's come to at least 5 of my chats. And he went to 5 of my chats and he's been asking. So yeah. But guys, I want you to understand something. I'm also into philosophy. So here's something that you need to know. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment, right? If you like a flower, you pick it. If you love a flower, you water it, right? Yeah, you got to know yourself, man. Look, if you don't love yourself, you don't know yourself, the world's going to be very hard, man. So, that being said, for the guy who asked me if I give piano lessons, no, but this is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. 1 1 1 1 5 5 6 6 5 4 4 3 3 2 2 1. Queen, I wish I could. No, see, this is where I'm not a great piano player. Most of what I play is just original. So I'm trying to get better at it, but no. I just find little patterns and play music. Right now, Van Halen. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't just play Van Halen. Guys, that's not what I do. Don't expect to come to my chat and just demand that I play piano songs. I can't do it. What I can do is sometimes I get inspired and I'll try to learn something. But, you know, I taught myself piano just for fun because I'm kind of ADHD and I always have to be doing something. You know what I mean? No, I do know John Legend. I know the beginning of, there's a couple things I can play, but it's not like I can just sit and play. I can't read music. I can't hear a song and replay it. I just find mathematical patterns. Johnny Depp, Russell Crowe, Brad Pitt. If I could ever be starred in a movie and make half the amount of money those guys make for acting, sign me up in a heartbeat. And I wouldn't be a pedophile creep that goes out and does all this bad stuff. I'd take all my money and I'd give it away to everybody. But I don't think I was destined to be an actor. Not personally. However, like, comment, and share. Always made a promise that if my YouTubes ever went live, I would take a pool of money and all the original people that I made moderators in blue, and I would give you guys money. So, Norman Bates. I get Adam Sandler a lot. People say I look like Adam Sandler, and then I look like some guy off the Stranger Things. Guys, I don't watch TV. I can't watch TV. All the extra time that I have right now that's not with family, piano, or business is with you guys. After my divorce, I thought it would be kind of cool to try to get monetized, right? So, on point. There you go. Guys, shout out to everyone on the channel. This is a record in 26 minutes. I'm doing 26 times 3. So basically 25 times 3 is like 75. If every 25 minutes I can get 75 likes, I mean, Cameron's in here. Jimmy White, you've been in here a lot. Dig the Ink, thanks baby, thank you. I designed these tattoos myself. One I got in Yokosuka, Japan. One I got in Mississippi. But Jimmy White's been here for a while. He said I look like the guy that played Shaggy. Ruby, Ruby, Roo. Sign me up, dude. Sign me up for any of these parts for movies, baby. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Love you. Yeah. Hey, I ain't got nothing against Jesus. Jesus is a cool dude. You know, if more people acted like Jesus, we'd probably have a better world. Let's see. No diss, he's a good looking guy. Oh, well, thank you. I do try to look good. It's the secret. When I was younger, I smoked a bunch of cigarettes and drank a lot, so I'm sure that didn't help me. But no, on a serious note, I don't drink or smoke anymore. I try to go to the gym at least 3 or 4 days a week. I mean, this may not seem super healthy because I smashed up some Cheez-Its in it, but it's not like I'm eating Snickers bars and fast foods all the time. What's this? Hello to you. I was busy at work and I came home from work and my chores are done. There you go. What is this? So I did a full body workout because I train full body, upper body, lower body. I don't do splits these days. It's like, I like to train my body as a unit. That's my preference. And I got basically, you know them big rotisserie chickens at the store? I got a rotisserie chicken and I stripped the meat off, made sure it was clean. Got some veggies, some corn. I just spit all over my food. Some corn, some green beans. It was like 4 other vegetables, just like some canned veggies and fresh onions, mixed it together. Kind of brought it to a boil with a little bit of butter. Put some stock in it, got it kind of sizzling, got some good spices in it. Put some salt, bam, some pepper, bam, some parsley, some basil. Mix it all together, some Italian seasoning. And then I put in some stuffing and breadcrumbs from, like when you get old bread that's stale, but it's not like bad, you can crush it up and make crumbling and you can kind of make like a homemade stuffing, or you can use rice. And boy, it is good. I'll eat this whole thing. It's about 2,000 calories. So my post-workout meal is 2,000 calories typically. So I eat a big pre-workout meal, a big post-workout meal, and then, I really just hydrate before I train, because when I train, I do some heavy lifting. Like I train with weights to lift really heavy. I try to lift, like I was using the press machine and I put 4 plates on each side, so that's about 400 pounds. So I press it 1 to 3 times really heavy, then I do calisthenics afterwards. So I like to lift something heavy with weights and then lift something light with my body. So my body weight's less than the weights I'm lifting. So I train more for explosiveness. I'm trying to go fast, fast, fast. Then I do some sprints on the treadmill. And you know, it works for me. I ain't a bodybuilder. You see the energy I have, right? What is this? Nah, it's all good. First time popped in, but I've subbed and be back. It's midnight in the UK. Hey, Aaron, thank you for the subscription, brother. I appreciate you. Shout out to all my UK fans. You guys rock. Mr. Duck, yes, Mr. Duck is here. Dang, why does my camera keep going? Just joined, JK Lover, I bet. Craig, have you asked Google Laugh Out Loud? Jimmy, I think certain viewers have bot followers. Yeah, they do. Lay off the Coke? Oh my God. The only reason I'm on that treadmill? Show a picture of yourself, Turtle. I bet you a fat ass, dude. Brother, I have a fast metabolism, brother. Huh? Oh, dude, trust me, I want to eat cheeseburgers all the time. Now, anybody who says I'm fat, I look at their profile picture, and it's usually some guy who's been on for 15 years with 1 subscriber, or they're usually fat as hell, and I just laugh. Dude, I'm 6'4", 230 pounds, and literally, my warm-up is like 25 pull-ups, right? If you think I'm fat and out of shape, you've been looking at standards of people who are juiced up, bodybuilders or whatever, taking artificial testosterone and just blown out their system, dude. I don't train that way. I train to be an athlete, dude. If somebody comes out and tries to steal something of mine, I train to be able to run that mother trucker down and grab him and throw him into the ground if I need to, dude. I don't care how big your muscles are. Look at fighters. Look at UFC. Who watched Khamzat Chimaev versus DDP? Right. Did any of you watch that fight in UFC? Shout out. Did anybody watch UFC 19? Khamzat Chimaev. That dude, that's a scary dude. 6'1", 190, lean, strong, fast. I was in the military for 10 years, dude. I've seen all sorts of body types. It's not the big guys you got to be worried about, dude. Obviously, size and strength matter, but it's not the big puffy dudes. It's the lean people that can torque and they're wiry and they can, like baseball players, martial artists, gymnasts. Those guys are the ones that are just, you just don't get it if you haven't. Wrestlers. If you've never wrestled and grabbed a wrestler, they feel like steel. You grab them, they're like a wired, ferocious beast that'll like and just rip you apart. Yeah. Okay, who says the fight was whack? Okay, why do you think the fight was whack? Do you not respect that Khamzat put him in a crucifix pose the entire fight? Okay, bye, what's up? I was REM. Okay, there you go. So Craig, am I lying when I say strength and endurance all mixed together? Yeah, sweet. Okay, well, here's the thing. I think Khamzat's amazingly entertaining. As someone who I can respect, because I've been grappling and I've had someone try to take me down. Most people can't take me down and keep me down, especially if they're smaller than me. If they're the same weight or bigger, they can, but I can sprawl. At that level, DDP and Khamzat, I'm here. I'm at the very bottom. They're at the top of the pole. For someone to be held down like that, to me, that is crazy. But yeah, it's not explosive and fighting. I get that. But it's MMA. It's not boxing. Yeah. See, I get it. I get it, Palumbo. Yeah. It's more like they're expecting a boxing match. It's mixed martial arts. I don't know. He controlled 90% of the fight, and he struck over 500 strikes and set a UFC record. I mean, he's not winning fight of the night because there were other more explosive fighters. But if you don't think he had one of the best performances ever as far as domination, I mean, he's like Khabib 2.0. He said, yeah. He said DDP should have just done the Diamond Cutter. Yeah, sadly, as I love Diamond Dallas Page, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. But I think we all know how, except for Brock Lesnar, I don't think many wrestlers would do good in the UFC. What other wrestlers besides Brock Lesnar went to the UFC? CM Punk tried it. Y'all saw what happened to CM Punk. He got the shit knocked out of him 2 times in a row. But hey, you respect someone for trying. You got to respect someone for trying. You're not a loser if you at least try. The only losers in the world are people who don't try. Those are losers. Oh, Kurt Angle. Yeah, actually, Kurt Angle, he's a gold medalist. But yeah, you're right. But him and Brock Lesnar were both like high caliber wrestlers. So, but yeah, you got me there. Of length. Hello, everyone. Brother, how old are you? Brother. Hello, brother. Brother, I am almost 40 years old, brother. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Cameron. Cameron, you know more about the YouTube lives than I do. Do you think that we are making progress? Because it feels like every time we go live, we're getting more people and more thumbs ups. Why do you think that is? Look, AJ, you worship the devil? Hell no, dude. Do I worship the devil? Nah, dude. To tell you the truth, I don't really think much about anything other than I believe there's a God, and all I focus on is what I can do. Look, a wise man once told me, a human being is a finite creature. We are evolving, yes. Jimmy White's here too. Shout out to Jimmy. Yeah, I remember my first 3 streams, I was just trying to get 5 thumbs ups. And now, my last couple streams, I'm getting almost 100. Sometimes I get 60 to 100 people. Let's go! Let's get monetized, baby! Let's go! And also, guys, once October gets here, I'm going to be pretty slammed trying to do open enrollment for Medicare. But hello from North Korea. I'm shitting right now, and it's nasty. Roth, that's okay. It is what it is. Okay, cool. Well, I'd like to think that the people who come, because Cameron says I get a lot of thumbs ups per viewer ratio. So I see that there's like 59 people in the chat, but I got 97 thumbs ups. That's really cool. Really funny? Well, boy, I tell you what, man, I'll try to be fun. I don't try to be funny. Just sometimes you guys say something and y'all like, you know, I got like ADHD, so sometimes my squirrel brain just goes off on things, man. No, not Medicare. No. I sell. I represent Medicare. I'm not on Medicare. No. Nope. Also, to get Medicare, you have to be 65. Medicaid is for low-income families. So if you qualify for Medicaid, you can get a C-SNP or a D-SNP, depending on your age. Okay, here we go. Kermish, how are you? Let's go, 100. No, I am not on Medicaid. I am not on Medicaid. I'm an agent that helps people get their Medicaid benefits. So I'm a licensed agent that sells insurance. So I do not qualify for Medicaid. If I did qualify for Medicaid, I would be on it. Trust me, I would. Are you kidding me? Medicaid's a good program. But you have to be low income to qualify. If you have too many assets, you can't qualify. Can I believe mod? Maybe. You're on Medicaid. You're a towel. You're on Medicaid. Yo, Chris, that one duck. What's up? What's it? People hate America, but it's actually really easy and a pretty... Yeah, Brendan, People hate on America because people have to hate on something. When someone is unhappy with their own life, typically what a person does is they project their own internal insecurities and they displace and they project their internal self-imposed limitations and inadequacies onto other people. That's just what human beings do. Welcome to the world. The most unhappy people are the ones judging everybody. They're the ones that says, oh, it can't be done because of this. Oh, that can't be done because of that. Oh, that can't be done because of this. And yet the other people who, yes, be a happy troll. Yes. Low-key, what's your favorite food? Oh, man, I like all food. Somebody asked me pizza or Hot Pockets. I'm going to pick pizza over Hot Pockets, preferably a Pizza Hot Pocket. I love pizza. Pizza's amazing. How can you not like pizza? Pizza or tacos? What about you in the chat? That's always the question. Pizza or tacos? I ask you in the chat. There's a roach on the wall? What the hell are you talking about? There ain't no roaches in here. Although sometimes when it gets real cold, some of them will try to creep in because they try to get warm. Where's the roaches on here? Is Bun B here? Hey, did Bun B jump into the chat? Bun Bun's back. Yo, guys, Bun B came into my Instagram, so this is what I tell you. Go to my Instagram, America United 1776. Go into my Instagram and message me. Say, hey, Chris, Bun B, ZZ Tops, let's go! Where's ZZ at? ZZ. ZZ Top, shout out to a former colleague of mine. Hope you're all well out there kicking ass. This week is whatever you do. Keep the energy high and keep pushing forward. ZZ, yeah. Actually, I'm getting ready to open enrollment. ZZ Tops, you let me know if you need a good whole or term insurance policy, you know. Although technically I'm not going to be able to get you one in California because I'm not registered there yet. But yeah, we getting ready, brother. Guys, if you're into entrepreneurship, you're into business, you're into making yourself better, when you see ZZ Tops in the chat, ZZ Tops has my respect because he is a former mentor of mine. He is someone who helped me to understand the sales cycle and was a great mentor back in the day. And I'll never forget him because we were doing sales and sometimes you'd have a business conversation. They'd say, how are you doing today, Mr. Z? And he'd say, oh, I don't know. I'm doing better than I deserve. Better than I deserve. And he would say it just like that voice. You know, he had this voice, and he would make this voice like, oh, absolutely, and we can make sure and do all this. But his voice created this character, and it was the perfect character for so many deals. It was one of the funniest things. I'll never forget that. Yeah, he's laughing because he knows it's true. Shout out to Bun B, a former Marine that had an incident, got out. Now, Bun B messaged me, hello, everybody. Yep. Brendan, you can join the military, but you will not get free college and you will not get free pay. You will earn every dollar that you get from the government. They will work you to death 2-3 days, no sleep. But yes, your sacrifice to this country will allow you to get a post 9/11 GI Bill up to an associate's to bachelor's degree and basic allowance of housing and subsidies and food. That is accurate, but don't think it's for free. They rip a little bit of your soul out, but it's a great trade-off. If you don't know what you're going to do in life, sign up. Message me, America United 1776 on Instagram. Send me a message. Uncle Chris, what do I need to do to get in the military? I will help you out. All I'm going to do is take your post, respond to it, put it on my wall, and then boom, I'll help you out. I will help you out with that to show you the steps to do that. Everybody spam like. I would love to visit and relocate. You should do it. You can get your green card if you're smart. What's up, Jimmy? Hey, Bubby. I'm not a Yank, says Cuzzle. All right. Reply me, Kishmish. You got to remember, I see a lot of chats coming in. What is it, Kissmish? What did I miss? Kissmish. Check it out, Brandon. Yep. All the mods are here other than Elsa. Yep. Let's see. There's Bunby. Absolutely. You saw I replied to your post. I told you, all you guys who are veterans and you want your story shared, message me. I will share your story on my page. The more I share, the more you have the opportunity to grow. It's basically free marketing. How are you? I'm doing what's up. What's up, player? Oh, I've seen you before on RedTube. Oh my God, RedTube? I don't think so, brother. Think that's the wrong tube, brother. Dude, it was wicked. Yep, that's what I do, brother. Salute. Salute. Moderators. I feel like we're superheroes. Moderators, assemble! How about English vets? Well, I don't know the policies in England because, you know, I know the policies and the benefits just because I'm in the States. I mean, I can give you some advice as far as trying to start a business if you come to the States. You got a little bit of cash reserve and you can get through a couple months until you start getting, I mean, with my business, you got to get licensed through the state. So I teach people to study for their license, get everything. We have a team that does daily trainings. I help you plug in, learn the system, and then I'm there if you need me. And essentially, I have a financial interest in you succeeding. Every time you make money, I make money. And I don't take money from you because we do contracts with 100 to 130% commission. So when you sell a policy, you get your full rate from United or Aetna or whoever you're contracted. I get it paid from them too, but I get paid from them that doesn't affect your pay. So it's a great deal. All I'm saying is if you want to start a business and you got a little bit of cash reserve, all you need is an iPad Pro, which you can finance. Go to Verizon, get you a finance, spend like $50 a month. You get started in October and you run hard, you're going to make $50,000 to $100,000 in the month of January if you listen to me. You're going to make that up front. October, November, and December, open enrollment. That's money season. There's also final expense. But this call is not about business. It's about you guys. But all that I just said, maybe I know something about business, or else I would have known what I'm just said. Because I don't have a script. Do you see a script over here? My brain is the script. I'm not doing these other people and reading off scripts and engaging. This is raw and authentic. I don't need a script. I have a brain in 10 years of talking, okay? Now, I'm not trying to sound arrogant. I'm just telling you my standpoint. Now, let's take a vote. It's very important. Pizza or tacos? Let's see. Gracie's back. John, use a bum. He said, John, Cameron said, use a bum. Listen, if you're going to call me out for being an ugly Epstein Island meth addicted guy, you better at least have a pro picture and look like Brad Pitt, and then I will bow down to your glory as a glorious man. But if your profile picture doesn't look this good at 40, you know, come on, what are y'all saying? Come on now. Anyways, Gracie, welcome back. A lot of people in here. Yes, Gracie. You can have tacos on a girl's date. Oh my God. It's just my name, Brittany, and I've been called Bundy's, was added. I said John, not Chris. Oh. I was playing with you, Cameron. 110 likes. Let's go. The duck. I'm good, and I'm not, brother. It's she, not he. Oh, it's Kishmish? Kishimishi? Kishimishi? Guys, don't, listen, I'm from the South, man. What are you saying here? Sorry, my keyboard is bad. You can have tacos on a first date. Yes, you can. Thank you for your za. Girl, there's an expression for dudes like this. He's been rode hard and put away. Ah, absolutely. Rob, show me a profile picture of you, brother. What you look like? Let's see, channel activity. 2 years, 2 subscribers. I see. You're a loser. Got it. All right. Free Palestine. Khalid, let's try to keep race, religion, and politics out of this. Timo Adam Sandler. There you go. That's good. Hey, I like a good troll. I'll tell you what. I will be Timo Adam Sandler. Eat ice. Eat ice. Could be. Well, I like my coffee with a lot of ice. You know, just like I like my politicians. A lot of ice. Guys, shout out to America getting back to its glory days. Bro, the lotus coloring goes hard. Oh yeah, so this tattoo is about 9 years old. So if you want some advice on tattoos, this is 9 years old. Friendship, please. What time is it? It's about 7. It's 19:15, so 7:16 Pacific or Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I think I don't look bad for almost 40. Also, you guys consider, I don't get paid for YouTube. Not yet. So essentially, this is what I'm doing in my spare time, other than playing piano and doing my business. Why am I doing it? Because I am almost monetized. Hey, Cameron, I don't think I'll ever, look, there's a lot of money in what I do in insurance. However, it's very tempting because I see how much money can be made on YouTube. I'm not coming here to try to just not make money and be monetized. Now, guys, you want to talk about weightlifting? You want to talk about training? You want to talk about mindset, books? You want to talk about how to start a business, how to figure out what you want to do in life, overcoming depression, succeeding? These are all topics we can talk about. I just need you to tell me what you want to talk about. Hello, Mr. Muscle. Yes, sir, I do try to keep a little bit of muscle in my frame. Guys, don't train to be a bodybuilder. Train to be an athlete. Run, swim, lift weights, do jujitsu, grapple, be an all-around athlete. The older you get, the more you need to focus on movement, right? For example, I have a gym membership. Even though I have a gym membership, I have a gym in my house. You know, you can do stuff like this. Watch this, right? Get to where you can do stuff like this. Grab these, right? Get to where you can come here, flip upside down, do upside down pull-ups, right? How many people do you know? Look, I'm 240 pounds and 40 years old. Come on, that's post-workout. Let's go. Yeah. You don't know why that made you laugh? Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's something a lot of people don't do. But yeah, this is where I stretch out. So I stretch out. I have bands and stuff. But that's like what I do on a daily basis. Those aren't my workouts. Like every day I wake up and stretch. Wake up and stretch. Go outside. Go do sprints. Just have an active life. Don't be like these dumb bodybuilders who go in there and just train one muscle group a day. I mean, shout out to all my bodybuilder butters, but be an athlete. You know, you got a little mirror right here. You know, do I look that bad for 40? Come on, look. I'm 40 years old, guys. Do I look that bad? And I actually have legs, you see? I actually run. I do push-ups and pull-ups. Come on now. When I get into when I was in my 20s, I was a lot different. But anyways, shout out to you guys. Well, the thing is, you want to train for your goal. If your goal is to be the best bodybuilder in the world, by all means do that. I'm not hating on that. But if you're an average Joe and you are training to feel better and you want to have more energy, train like an athlete. Take it from a certified coach. If you train like an athlete, you will feel better. That's all I'm saying. That's my whole premise. See, now I'm still hungry. So now, this is where my fat kid comes in handy, because I'm a fat kid at heart. Now, I'm going to make a smoothie. So on top of that, now I'm going to make me a smoothie. Because one of the things that I believe when it comes to nutrition is if you do a lot of full body workouts, you have more room in your, that's chicken. What is this? These are my organic chicken breasts. I feel like a dessert. So I'm going to show you how I make my dessert. Does anybody want to see how I make my dessert? This is my dessert. Frozen bananas, chocolate chip, cookie dough, cashew butter. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Guys, shout out to the family, young kids there. Some things we talk about on YouTube and some things we don't. You guys don't get to know everything about my life, at least not until I get monetized. Anyways, frozen bananas, right? Guys, I'm telling you, this is a trick that will change your life. So for those guys in the chat, let's figure out something to talk about. First off, frozen bananas are absolutely amazing. This is how you make a thick, creamy smoothie. Insane. Boo, 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 boo. The only thing bad about these frozen bananas, they do freeze a little bit in here. But you put the frozen bananas in, right? Then you're going to take, I am going to take some almond milk. Frozen bananas and then almond milk, right? Frozen bananas and almond milk. Take this here. And you guys are going to see my secret ingredient here. Guys, I am going to look at the chats. So when Coach Chris makes his post-workout, this is my dessert when I tell you guys. So you see that. Almond milk, and I'll put a little bit of creatine in there. I'm a big believer in creatine. If you look at my post, creatine is the most important supplement that you will take as an athlete. Then I put a little bit of collagen. Why do I put collagen? Because collagen is good for your hair and your skin and your nails. It's also got biotin in it. For all you ladies, Gracie, all you guys, for all you guys who, oh yeah. So for all you gals who want to have good skin and stuff, make sure you get that. So then you put that in the blender. Let's go. Come on now. There we go. They're frozen solid, that's why it does that. Frozen bananas, creatine, collagen. Yep. You can see it makes it nice and thick. It's almost like ice cream. You see that? Very good. So because it's so thick, you add a little bit of almond milk. And then I have this down here. I always tell you guys protein powder is not important, but I still have it because I get it for free. Yay. Thank you for my sponsorship. Then I take this, which is cashew peanut butter, chocolate chip cookie dough flavored, and I throw that in there. Now, you're going to probably say that's a lot of calories. Guys, if you train the way I do with the amount of cardio and the amount of full bodies I do, you would understand why I'm allowed to eat so much food. I eat a lot of food because I burn a lot of calories. I also do running, I do bike riding, I swim. I do a lot of full body movements. That is why I'm able to eat so much food. If I wanted to get leaner, I would eat less. But I don't care about being really small. I care about being an athlete. I want to be big, strong, and fast. At nearly 240 pounds at 6'4", I can do 25 pull-ups. I care more about 25 pull-ups than I do abs year-round. Oh yeah, so if your dad's a farmer, yeah, he's moving all day. Yeah, if you're doing physical labor all day, then yeah, there's really no need to work out. However, you could do a workout and farm and make your farming easier if you did heavy compounds. But yeah, 100%. So that is the smoothie. Simple as that. And Yeah, now I'm going to wash the dishes because I am one of those people that I cannot stand to have dishes in the sink. God, it drives me crazy. But when you do full body workouts like I do, you got to remember my biggest meals of the day are after my workouts, right? So I drink water and stay hydrated during the morning. Do a big workout, eat a handful of raisins. After my workout, that's where I put the majority of my food. Most of the food I eat during the day is always post-workout. You say I look like I'm sick and dying? Really? Comment in the chat. Do I look like I'm sick and dying? I mean, I haven't showered after my workout. I finished my workout earlier, like an hour ago. I've also been in like 7 business meetings today, so I don't expect to be super beautiful, but do I look like I'm dying? Really? I look like I'm dying? Where's your profile picture at? Where's your profile picture at? I look tired because I work my ass off and I do you. How many times do you go live on YouTube and how much business do, you little fucker? That's out of love, by the way. Brother, if you did my daily workload, you would die and cry to your mother and you'd wish to go back in her womb because you couldn't handle the amount of work I do in a day, you little fucker. But not. Anyways, moving on. Nah. Guys, I'm not going to lie. It takes a lot of energy to do the YouTube. I mean, when I first started this, well, that's fair. That's fair. No, I did ask it, and that's fair. You're welcome to your opinion. It's just, man, I know a lot of people my age that can barely walk. Not walk, but like, you know, I see people at the gym all the time, and I've lived in like 3 countries. You know, I think I'm in like the top 10%. And the people who look really good at my age, you know, a lot of them are on testosterone or they're taking SARMs. I don't think that's going to do really well. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you know, I still do a lot of work. I do a lot of work on the computer. I'm staring at a screen all the time. So, yeah, but I do know I aged a lot from my divorce. The divorce did take it out of me, you know. It was around the Asian Pacific and in Europe. Spent some time in Afghan for a while near Iraq. Yokosuka. The most time I spent outside the country was in Yokosuka, Japan. And I fell in love with the Asian Pacific. If you guys ever get a chance to leave the United States, do it. You'll appreciate what you have here. You'll very much appreciate it. He said, yeah, divorce will do that to you. Yeah, my ex-wife got, we had 2 houses. Yeah, I'm a vet. I am, Craig. We had 2 houses in California and a lot of money saved up for my last business. And I'll be real with you. Once I lost all that, I actually wanted to just blow my head off. It was like, wow. But instead, I pushed through and started a business and, you know, not looking back. And that's kind of what it is when it comes to you guys. You know, I'm going to be able to empathize with a lot of you for all sorts of stuff. So when you come on this chat, I have really good moderators and we actually do try to get serious sometimes, right? A lot of what I do is just eccentric and esoteric because essentially I do it for the views. I'm not going to go crazy, but I do try to keep you guys somewhat entertained. Jesus may be with you, but Jesus helps those that helps themselves. I don't believe Jesus is just going to help you if you don't do anything. God's not, my opinion is this, God ain't going to do shit for you if you don't go out and make action. Now, yeah, if you go do something and you focus on things, sure, things are going to work out. Shout out to Craig. I hear you. This tastes like banana cookies, like a creamy banana. Think about peanut butter, coconut cream, and vanilla whey isolate. It's really good. My post-workout meals are big, dude. I'm not someone who wants to be like really small with just abs just to be small. Although if you're an endurance athlete, that's part of it. I train to be more like a big, strong athlete. You know, a lot of endurance, be able to go all day, not too big, not too small, but still functional. This is what it says. Let me clarify. Oh, I don't judge what other people do. No, I'm not God. Look, let me tell you something. Look, I love everybody, and I'm always about doing everybody. More plates, more plates, more dates. Shout out to Derek. Delaney's back. What's up, Delaney? Welcome back to the channel. Try to keep it appropriate. Delaney is one of my young viewers. She comes in a lot. But look, try to treat her like a little sister, just out of respect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You think I'm ready to jump out the window? Hopefully the window you're jumping out of is not in a building that's high, because you don't want to kill yourself. Instead of killing yourself, go thrill yourself. Don't kill, thrill. Do something that gives you a thrill, which prevents you to do the action of kill. So go do something that's suspenseful, gives you an adrenaline. Don't do bad things. Like go out and be an adrenaline junkie, right? Shout out from Japan. Is that Jesus? Yeah, that's great. Microgreens, spinach, that's awesome. Best regards from Poland. AJ, wipe your apostate. What's that? Wipe your apostate? That's funny. AJ, what's AJ got here? Oh, AJ, yeah, I'll shout out to AJ. Oh, is there something on my shoulder? Oh, the oh, I see. That's funny. Wilberforce. Yeah, Tyler's got a great one. CJ's Crib, what's up? What's up? Yeah, that's a great CJ's Crib. What's up? Welcome. AJ, what am I drinking? These are frozen bananas, right? So you get bananas and you freeze them, kind of like frozen ice. And I put some whey isolate and some chocolate chip cookie dough cashew butter. It's like a protein butter, so it gets some extra protein in it, right? And some coconut milk and almond milk with some creatine and some collagen mix. And I ate this after a bunch of chicken and vegetables. So my post-workout meal now is like 2,800 calories. So I'm a big believer, like as an athlete, you eat when you're hungry, which is typically after your workout. But up until your workout, just stay hydrated. You know, water, fluid, maybe some caffeine, electrolytes, maybe a banana and some raisins before you train. And then save your biggest meal for after your workout. Maybe if you want to eat a couple hours before, that can work too. But if you eat a bunch of food afterwards, you'll always feel better. And you'll rinse your body out with all of its glycogen, and then you refill it. And your body will then, for the rest of the day, whenever you train, it'll just be healing. And then you have periods where you don't eat, and that's kind of the periods where your body really heals itself, like before bed. That's when growth hormone gets excreted and stuff. All right, bro, oil up. Gracie, Delaney, I'm here now. Gracie, what you been up to? How old are you? I'm almost 40. Put the fries in the bag. I don't know what that means. Get really dialed in on a cut, then bulk back up. Nah, Jackson, I have no desire to cut. Listen, when I was younger, I was really lean. I don't care about being super lean. I have no desire. I care more about my strength and what I can actually do with my body. I'm very confident that most people, if I had to face head on head, with the exception of maybe 10% professional fighters and stuff, I feel very strong and confident because I'm strong. You see my hands? Oh, they're calloused. I'm strong. I can lift weight. I can run. I have endurance. I care more about my functionality. Look, if you want abs and get lean, okay, and that's your thing, go for it. But I've never really met I've never really met someone who's really shredded who impresses me as an athlete. There are exceptions, but they're typically explosive athletes that are in a calorie deficit. Your greatest athletes typically have more body fat percentage. Like look at World's Strongest Men. Look at football players. They're typically not super lean. They're usually not. That's just my opinion as a coach. Just been my experience, right? Why does my chat keep doing this? I can't see all the chats. Greetings from Turkey. Shout out Jimmy. Said hi. Some of your friends have muscle atrophy. Yep. Hello, Homer. Shout out to Jimmy. Guys, we're at 100. Gracie, it's been a minute, but check this out, Gracie. Homer, greetings from Turkey. Hello, Turkey. Greetings from Turkey. Hey, Gracie, check this out. We're at 131 likes. Bumby, right. Before I really hurt my back and tore what they call the parafemoral psoas, which is a tendon, I actually, at my peak, I was about 295, 300, and I used to do Atlas stones and stuff. I don't have the ability to triple extend, and I lost like 80 pounds. But yeah, there was a time when I used to like lifting stones and stuff. You got to remember, guys, I'm not a carpenter. I'm not an electrician, right? There's a period of my time, I spent a lot of time in the gym when I was younger because I got bullied and beat up. I was 150 pounds in high school. I had a 15-year-old mom. People used to beat the hell out of me because I never shut up, and I still never shut up, hence why I'm on YouTube, right? And I had a big mouth. So I got beat up a lot. And over the course of time, I spent a lot of time like doing marathon training, doing triathlete, doing mixed martial arts, realized I was good at endurance training, got into bodybuilding for a bit, was kind of bored with it, and I did strength training. I was never the strongest, I was never the biggest, but what I always had was endurance. I can work all day and not get tired. I have the ability to just go, go, go. So you put me in a bicycle right now, I could go hundreds of miles and not stop. I could run at a slow pace all day. So I'm kind of like an endurance athlete that started trying to get stronger, if that makes sense. I like turkey sandwiches, that's Noah. I know it's awesome. My dad was someone who did nothing but buckets and got awards and the toughest man. Yep. Of course, if you work all day, look, the human body, for all you gym rats out there, there's something called work capacity. Your work capacity is how much work you can do every day and get your body used to it. This is something that the hypertrophy nerds don't get. They want to work a muscle, rest it. Yes, for hypertrophy reasons, that's true. But to get bigger and larger, it's more about getting your body adapted to doing the same thing over and over again and linearly, progressively overloading that. That's the secret to actual strength. It's doing the same thing every day, getting more efficient with the movement. Like if you want to get better at pull-ups, every day do one pull-up. Eventually you'll do two. Every day do one pull-up every 1 hour. By the end of the day, you've done 24 pull-ups or 12 hours before you sleep. That's how you like grease the groove. That's what Russians do when they train. They don't ever go all out. You know, they typically go less all out, but more frequent. And then depending on how much you eat and how much you improve, your body adapts. That's kind of how it works for strength. Thanks moderators for timing these bastards out. Eddie, this is a post-workout shake. I homemade frozen bananas, collagen vital protein with whey isolate, a little bit of creatine, and this is my dessert. This is my dessert shake after I ate a big thing of turkey and vegetables and spinach and stuffing and all this other stuff. So I'm a big believer in a huge post-workout meal. I did a full body workout. For those who are wondering, my max bench press, I'm not a great bencher. My worst lift, I was a better deadlifter, but I was able to hit 385, right between 385 and 400 is right where my max is. And that was after I did sprints and pull-ups. So I never go in there and just max out one movement. I try to get like 70 or 80, what is this? Timu Cassie Affleck. Yeah, so I'm apparently Timu Adam Sandler and all that stuff. That's cool. Well, if I'm Timu, does that mean I get paid but just Timu payment? I'll still take the Timu payment. Yo, I'm from yo mama. No, just kidding. I'm from Georgia, brother. Shout out to Irabis 116126. Let them bake. I'll tell you what, if you run a lot and then you smoke a cigarette afterwards, nicotine is actually a performance enhancer. Now, tobacco, nicotine, carcinogens, cigarettes have a bunch of stuff, but if you take a dip, I don't dip, but if you put a dip in your cheek, that nicotine will give you some performance enhancing. Nicotine in isolation is a drug performance enhancer, just for what it's worth. There you go. Jackson. So my brother is in the industry, okay? He's also a professional drummer. No Ghost, Clay Whitehead. Search on Spotify. No Ghost Eclipse. That's my brother Clay. Here's what I think. Me personally, I think not smoking is better than smoking. That's my own opinion. However, I have known people who train really hard, who swear by smoking afterwards to relax or just get their mind right. If you're someone who it helps get your mind in a mental state to train, by all means, use it. For me, I have an addictive personality. So if I were to start smoking again, I already know myself. I wouldn't just be able to smoke a joint. I would want to smoke a dab. I'd want to smoke a joint. I'd want to get a blunt. I'd want to hit a bong. I'd want to eat some gummies, and I would just go nonstop. With someone like me with an addictive personality and ADHD, I do not recommend cannabis because I know myself. So, for me, American Spirit Yellow, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't think weed is as bad for the body as alcohol. I think the cannabinoid, I always say it wrong, cannabinoid system, however you say it, there's evidence to suggest that it's not that bad. I think alcohol is worse, but I think also if you can be strong enough to not smoke and not drink, take what you would consume and put it in food and electrolytes and do better choices, I think the body would be more optimized. And I'll say this from like a UFC fighter perspective. Look at DDP. He drinks beer and he slams it, right? Look at Islam Makhachev. Look at Khabib and look at Khamzat Chimaev, right? All of the greatest fighters in the world typically work discipline and train their mind. And allowing yourself not to indulge in things like pornography, having self-discipline, not drinking and not smoking, not indulging in that, I think creates a better, stronger overall person. That is my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean that it's true, but I have found my strongest versions of myself is when I give up those things in my pursuit of the strongest version of myself. That is what I have found true in my little existence of the planet, okay? Well, here's the thing. When you do keto and low carbohydrates, there's different, look, if you're active, you can burn through glucose. Technically, you don't need glucose to survive. Your brain can run off ketones. And a lot of times when you think you lose muscle, you're not really losing muscle, you're just draining your body of glycogen. Your muscles are like a water hose. They're 70% water, right? Carbohydrate, hydrate. So when you don't eat carbohydrates, they suck down. The issue is most people don't have as much muscle as they think. So it's kind of like this. You can get your body to run off anything. If you're training hard and you're doing full body workouts and you want to be the biggest and strongest version, most professional athletes eat carbohydrates. 99% of them. Take it from someone who volunteered at the University of Pittsburgh when I was younger. I worked at Special Boat Team 22 as an LS, and during that time, I volunteered at the University of Pittsburgh. Shane Levinson and Paul and all these guys did tests, and every one of them said, when it comes to athletes, it's pretty much 60% carbohydrates. 50% carbohydrates, 30% protein, 20% fat. If you eat a bunch of carbohydrates and fats, you don't need as much protein. Now, if you're trying to stay lean and be a bodybuilder, eat more protein, right? So, I had a little bit of caffeine. I just have a very expressive face. I just have an expressive face, baby. I've also been going since about 6 o'clock this morning, and it's almost 8 at night, so. Said my sex drive has been shot. Hey, Cameron, if your sex drive has been low, try to put more fats in your diet. Like seriously, avocados and eggs, and drink a lot of water, and try not to get as much caffeine as I drink my coffee. Reduce the caffeine because caffeine is a constrictor, vasoconstrictor. If you eat less caffeine, if you consume less caffeine, you won't constrict your vessels. A lot of water and a lot of fats. Dietary cholesterol is correlated with hormone production in men and women. Did you donate money to Diddy's legal team? No, I did not. To tell you the truth, I didn't even know Diddy had a sex party until like after a month it was going on. People were saying P. Diddy this and P. Diddy that. But I didn't really care because I don't really pay attention to celebrities too much or watch TV. So, yeah, I didn't really even know what was going on during that time. So, here's the thing. If all you're doing is paying attention to other people's dreams, you're never going to have your own dream. So, I built a business, started building it, and was busy. I'm usually too busy to do anything. Go see a movie, do this. I'm always doing something. I'm reading a book, playing piano. I'm going to go play piano here in a second. But here's the main thing. It is what it is. Greg, how about this? I'll do 0 push-ups because I don't want to. Greg, you're a perfect example of me. I can do whatever I want, brother. You don't think I can do 50 push-ups if I want? I just ate like 3,500 calories and I did a full body workout for 2 hours. I'm going to go play piano, look at my computer, go sleep on my Tempur-Pedic mattress and go to bed, dude, and do some contract work. I ain't doing shit. Oh, will I die if I eat a raccoon? Sean, I do not think you will die if you eat a raccoon. I do not think so. However, raccoons do not taste very good. I don't recommend it. As someone who grew up in the South. Do you like the organ sound? Oh, well, the organ sounds pretty good. Like on a piano, the organ sounds good. But you have to have a good synthesizer. The piano I have over here, let's be real. It's only like a $300-400 piece. It's not exactly studio grade. So I use it just to practice. The thing it has is weighted keys. Now, when I start playing piano, you guys are going to say, oh, play this song, play this song, play this song. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. No, I'm going to play what I want to play because it's my stream. And also, I can't do it. I taught myself piano. I use mathematical patterns to just play little melodies. That's what I do. If you don't like it, that's okay. But that's what I do. I'm drinking 3 of these today. That's 600 milligrams of caffeine. Probably too much caffeine for me to consume today. The more caffeine that I drink, typically the more tired that I look. But it's been one of those days. By the way, guys, I need to know, hat or no hat? Hat or no hat? And should I grow a mustache? Yes to the mustache or no? Sass, should I wear leggings or baggy pants at the gym? Sass, depends on what kind of training you're doing. If you're lifting heavy weight and you want to stay warm, sweatpants all the way. I would put leggings on and put like tights so it helps pull your muscles in, and I would put sweats over it. Now, if you're trying to look like sexy for the guys and stuff, that's a whole nother thing. But go to the gym to get stronger and do performance. Don't go to the gym to treat it like a strip club. I don't go, like when I'm in the gym, if you're a female and you're dressing like that, I ain't gonna talk to you. And unless you're just an animal, maybe. But when I'm in the gym, I'm there to get my workout in. You know, I'll take a picture every now and then. You guys look at my post. I put a few pictures of me at the gym my last couple sessions. Yeah, do a mustache. No, don't. Okay, why? Goku. Jados, Blackos, son of Goku. Son of Goku, why do you not like my mustache? Why not a mustache, dude? Tentacon is not dead. He lives in our hearts. Can you write? I don't know who Tentacon is. I look like Stone. I look like. Can I get a hell yeah? What? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. No, I don't look like Stone Cold Steve Austin, dude. I don't look like Stone Cold Steve Austin, nah. Shout out to Ozzy Osbourne. Mama, I'm coming home. Times have changed and times have left. Here I come, but I ain't the same. Mama, I'm coming home. Anybody just see me drool? When I get excited, I just start drooling. I guess because I'm retarded, right? Something last night. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember it. Oh, what was it? Was that fire? Are you not entertained? Hi, Cameron. Wow, Chris, that was fire. Not bad. I've been trying to practice, man. I cannot stress to you guys how busy I am outside of YouTube. I am literally on the verge of going insane trying to upload as much. Like, this is already business, contracts, going to the gym, doing the divorce paperwork, all that shit, and I do not feel like being here on YouTube. Thus, the people have demanded that I go live, and I am here for the people. That's why we suck down the caffeine. The screen got brighter somehow. I have no idea. Let's see. Chris, smile. Yeah. Sometimes my smile is creepy. You're alive! Shout out to my dragon. Yeah. Welcome back, Danielle, with the hearts. Oh, I did learn a new one, though. Yeah, I've been trying to learn some real stuff because you guys ask me to play so many songs and I just don't know how to do it. But yeah, shout out to everybody who does come in. Can you call out when you're switching? Yeah, so I'll show you this. I'll show you something, guys, if you want to learn something on the piano, something simple. So, right, this is C. And go, you see two black keys? That's C. So we'll call that 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5, 1. 1, 5, 1, 2. So, and then you take this and you see this middle note. You're going to take this middle note but put it down here and do the same pattern. Yep. Oh, yeah, there you go. To A. Da na 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 da na 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 yeah, something like that. So that's just the left hand. So you just find that, be like, and then hit this way. And I'd like to show you the right hand. So my right hand is going, so it's like do 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 do. That's all I'm doing. So it's like, then you could take this and put it to the other one and just be like, right. So again, I'm not a piano player like a professional or anything. I don't really know what I'm doing, but that's just patterns. I just see it as patterns, and I try to just, I don't know, I just see it as numbers, man. Or like this. don't know, something like that. Because Cam's awesome. My grandma can play some songs. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, if you got a grandma that can play piano, yeah. My great-grandmother was a concert pianist, but I never met her. She died before I was born, but supposedly... Good morning, Chris, Lilith. Yeah, so... See, I don't even know what that song is. This sounds like Pride and Prejudice. Oh, I've been playing off and on since I was younger. Like, the first time when I was like in high school, things got really bad, right? So I ended up doing a lot of drugs, and I went to like 9 schools in 1 year and was thrown from house to house and just crazy, right? So, I ended up basically living outside, and there was a house with a bunch of drug addicts that they let me stay for free. Anyways, long story short, I had a keyboard there, and I started playing, and I literally used to sit there and do, I wrote this. I wrote... stuff like that, and people were like, oh, that sounds good. And then I just stopped playing, and then I joined the military and was in Afghanistan, and I used to be in the chaplain's office when I had some time, and I'd sit there and just sit here and do stuff like this, like... Eventually, I just kept trying to learn, and then here we are. I cannot. I wish I could. Who's Chris? I don't know. Bun B. Okay. Well, here's the thing. When I become monetized, if you guys ask me to learn a song, I would take time to do that. But you got to remember, guys, it takes almost all the extra energy I have just to come live. And I'm not trying to sound complaining on that. But, you know, when I was younger, I wanted to be a baseball player, right? I was a good pitcher. And then the second thing was I always fell in love with music. Because here's the thing about music. No matter which way you slice it, you can play music for a long time. And the older you get, you should do push-ups and pull-ups, stay in shape. But just to be able, no matter how bad of a day I'm having, if I can sit down and just go. Perfect piano? No, but I just made that up. And to me, it's a fun game of what can I make up today? What can I do with my brain that allows me to try to create something new in the world? Because I'm not a carpenter. You know, I lift weights, I try to stay strong. But if you tell me to build something, I'm a pretty shitty carpenter, to be honest. So what do I want to do to put something in the world? Well, I'd like to put a piece of art. Everything that I record, the 1,100 videos I've done on YouTube, maybe in the future it'll make someone happy. I'd like to think that my music is creative enough just to make someone smile when they're having a bad day. because music and piano is the only reason I didn't kill myself. You guys, this brain that you have is the greatest gift in life, but it's also the greatest curse. And this is where I relate to you guys. I know what it's like to get up, and I know what it's like to build an empire in business and lose it all. I know what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like to have to wash dishes. When I first got out of the military, or even before actually, I was so poor, I worked in a restaurant just to eat food that people left on tables. And I trained people at a gym just so I had a place to shower. So I went to college, sleeping in my car, washing dishes, eating scraps, and working at a gym. And I used to go to work, and the owner fired me because I couldn't wash my clothes because I was living out of my car. So I tell you this, guys, to be like, you haters, you're not going to be able to say anything that's really going to get me. There's nothing that your fragile minds, if you had to endure some of the things that I did, the world would have chewed you out and spit you out, and you would have crumbled up into a ball, because I almost did. I know firsthand how hard it is, guys. The only difference is I realize that there's certain things that are out of your control. What can you do to be better? Do what you can. If you don't know what you can do, make a mistake. The best things that I ever did was make mistakes and then learn from my mistakes. And then I developed this bulletproof mentality to where I go raging off and do all this. But look, at the end of the day, that's just for me to get you guys to give me thumbs ups. Because every time I go crazy, you guys give me thumbs ups. But in the real world, that's not really who I am. I'm not in Japan anymore. I'm assuming because he was homeless, didn't have any money. Well, I mean, that's your assumption. There was a lot of reasons for it. I mean, my mother had me when she was 15 years old. It's not just that I didn't have money. There's a lot of reasons for it, man. I made bad habits. I was using drugs at the time. Every person that I loved, I pushed away because many people growing up used me. People would use me for all sorts of things, right? And I grew up with a single mother. I didn't have a strong father figure around. It's really hard for men to grow up and not have, hey, Brenna, what's up? No, I'm divorced now, and I have no plans to ever get married again, at least until I rebuild my empire, which I am going to do. I mean, I already know I am, because every time I have doubters, the road to success is not paved with people that believe in you. They're the ones cheering you on the sides. Every time you try to make something of yourself, all the haters, right? All the haters are going to be paved. And the road to success is paved with haters. And you just walk over them and you just look down and you're like, yeah, you just stay down there and say it can't be done. And consistency and discipline outweigh motivation every time. Consistency and discipline. Do the things that you do not want to do on a daily basis, and make doing things that do not give you instant gratification. The worst thing that a man can do is pursue instant gratification. Instant gratification will kill you in this world. Instant gratification. You have the world of porn on your hand for most kids, right? And I say that because I live in the real world. Don't let the cute face that people say fool you. I know firsthand how disgusting people are and the depth of the human psyche. Now, that being said, I don't judge you. I'm simply in the real world with you. I don't live in this fake pretend world. I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. Because we have so much access, you have more access to more beautiful women in your hand right now. By the way, here's an interesting fact for you young men. How many million in the United States, statistically, how many women are there between the ages of 20 and 25? How many? Does anybody know? Hit like and subscribe. Diddy behind you, brother. So check this out, just as a statistic, guys, check this out. But women between the ages of 20 and 25, there's a lot. You find the answer by Googling it, right? There's about 10 million, 10 to 12 million, right? And you know how many OnlyFans there are for women between that age group in the United States? 900,000 to 1.3 million. So nearly 10 to 12% of all women in the United States have an OnlyFans account. This is a statistic that frightens me almost as much as chemical biological warfare, because the easiest way to bring a society to collapse to its knees is to highly sexualize women and allow young men to see that stuff and not have to earn it. The instant gratification is what's killing the youth of the United States. And it's my biggest fear as someone who's nearly 40 years old, as a veteran of the Navy. That is my biggest fear. And I know some of you who are in here, you may not understand it yet, but the quicker you can get used to doing things that you don't want to do, and it's not easy. It's easy to say, it's hard to do. You'll be motivated right now. You will be so motivated to, yeah, I'm gonna be the best version of myself. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. Do you feel like getting up and starting your day with a ruck? Do you feel like doing those things? Do you feel like taking a cold shower? It's not about just doing those things. It's about doing things that make your day suck so bad that sucking becomes the normal, and it kind of calluses your mind to accept anything that's going to come your way. And that's just kind of what it is, man. What is this? Lilith, would you? It's great income for women, though. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not great income for women because they're making money, but they're giving away. Women, in case you don't know this, the most valuable thing that a woman has is their femininity and their innocence. The more you give that away, the less valuable you come. Case in point, more than 45% of women are going to be single without children after the age of 35 in the United States moving forward. That's the current statistics in the census in the United States' data system. So what I'm telling you is there's a correlation between the amount of OnlyFans and the amount of women committing suicide is getting higher. The more women that live without a purpose, and typically a woman's purpose, believe it or not, is to bear children and to raise them. I'm not saying they have to do that. That's the only thing. But in the nuclear family society, the most productive societies on earth have women take care of the children. And if you want to be a strong man and be able to have that, you're going to be able to provide enough resources to allow her to stay home and do that. The most unhappy families are the ones that both work, never see their children, hire a nanny, get stuck into a socialist fascist regime like in California or New York, send their children to school. They can have gender changes without the parents being notified. I mean, come on now. Do y'all think that's, no, I am not high. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I gave those up to become the best version of myself. This is my face when I'm smiling because two things. One, I'm tired. And two, I've got almost 160 thumbs ups. And it just blows my mind that I have that many thumbs ups because my first lives only had one thumb up recently. I'm smiling. It's my happy face. And also I'm happy because I get to play some piano before I go to bed. And this last few years, I lost... No, I joke. My solution right now, look, I say I'm never getting married again. I'm just joking when I say that. I most likely will have a family. I'm either going to do two things. I'm either going to become celibate and give myself to society, as in, I want to have a monastery particularly and maybe take all the money because I'm going to make money in my business. I've always made money. I just outwork people. Not arrogant. I'm just willing to do the things you're not willing to do. Case in point. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't look at porn. Do you do that? Do you go to the gym? If you don't do all those things, that's just one example of the things I'm willing to do that you're not willing to do. Right? I am going to be celibate for at least 3 years, not have sex, and put all that energy into a business. I don't care if someone comes along. I am not looking for that. I do not care. Guys, I'm going to share a book with you. Let me share a book with you. And I'm a big believer in this, right? People laugh at me when I say this. I'm giving you the answer. By the way, this is my office. GABA before bed, good supplement. Okay, this is a book I recommend. See my bookshelf? Lots of cool books, right? This is where I work. All right, now, I'm really interested in this topic, the semen retention manuscript, the SR manuscript. I started studying this, and if you're someone like me who likes logic and rationality, this book is amazing. Now, legally, I can't show you what's in the book because this book is copyrighted, and the manuscripts inside of here, I'm not legally allowed to show by law. Now, I could show it to you, but it's copyrighted in here. If the owner of this found that I was sharing this, I'm liable to a lawsuit. So what I would say is the semen retention manuscript, if you want to be stronger, okay, I'm almost 40 years old, okay? I'm not saying I'm a bodybuilder. If you want to be strong, you want clarity, read this book. Preserve your energy until you want to have children. Don't waste your energy without procreating. Totally wrong? Well, I mean, that's you. Okay, trust me. How old are you? Yeah. Say what you want. Before my divorce, I had 2 houses and almost 7 figures in the bank. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know works. Now, if you want to come to my stream and disagree, that's fine. You don't do that. But I'm telling you the game plan. I'm literally telling you what you want to do if you want to make it better and happen. It's up to you if you want to do it. I can't make you change. But I will say this. If you don't drink, you don't smoke, you focus on yourself, you don't look at pornography, you read, you go into monk mode, you still go out and have fun. You still go enjoy the world. But what are you doing in the world that's allowing you to become better? Weak and lazy. Weak and lazy? Who's that? Insurance. Thank you. That's one thing I've always been good at. Some guys are naturally good with their hands and all this. I was raised by a woman who started a business. I was in church most of my life. I used to do acting. I've always been able to talk for what it's worth. Maybe I'm good at it, maybe I'm not. But I've always excelled in anything that had to do with speaking. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I used to stutter. For you guys who I've never shared this with, Cameron, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you. But when I was a kid, I used to I used to talk like that because I was beaten as a kid and I was around drugs and violence, and I had so much violence. I saw my mom get the hell beat out of her. Like, my memories of a child is seeing my mom being pulled by her hair down the stairs of my father screaming, "Don't kill me." So as a child, that's how I talked. So I actually went and lived with Joyce, who was catheterized. She was a quadriplegic. I'm not making this shit up. And she taught me through Hooked on Phonics how to speak. And once I learned to speak, I never let anyone not allow me to speak again. Because for the longest time in my life, I just couldn't talk. So, yeah. Probably thinks that. I didn't say that. Gaia, where's your profile picture? Show a picture of yourself. Come on, show a picture of yourself. 17 years, 22 subscribers, no picture. Okay, I'm just going to ignore you because obviously you're a loser. Dang, your childhood is rough. Well, no, don't feel bad. Listen, What I'm talking about is this. Don't feel bad for me. I am doing very well considering where I came from. I'm the first person to finish high school in my family, and I went to college, right? I'm very proud of that. But what I'm telling you is, if I can push through that using my brain and my fortitude, there's a reason I was able to do that. I didn't just wake up one day and it worked. I was suicidal. I tried to kill myself. Like, a lot of things have happened in my life. But I figured out the pieces, and once I put them together, I was able to create this this mindset. And the mindset is really what I kind of wanted to teach you young men and women on here. You got that? Uh-huh. Oh, my bad. My mic went off. But yeah, my business, guys, the best business in the country is insurance. So I'm a residence insurance. That's my license number, right? Top producer. By the way, if you want to make $50 to $75,000 in the month of January, 200 Medicare is that plus 6,000 residual, right? Here's your daily reminder. Nobody cares, works harder, right? Also, this is a bookshelf. Read, learn, read, learn. Quick break. We'd like to go to a commercial break, and we'd like to thank our sponsorships. This is a melodica, right? Trinitz, I actually am. Trinitz, you're 11 years old. What do you want to do when you grow up? Moderators, if anybody's mean to this 11-year-old, boot them out. I don't care. You've been called out, Trent's. Yeah, they do. I know, because I didn't have the guidance when I was younger. And also, just shout out, I was in the Navy for 10 years. So if you've never served in the military or you've never been deployed, and you want to talk to me about life experience, by the way, this is just to kind of show you guys things I keep that remind me of who I am, that you haters are never going to be able to take away. All these are letters written to me. This is the best thing that I own. CJ, thanks for serving. You rock. I have over 200 letters written to me from children across America when I was deployed. So if you think for a fucking second that you've done anything in your life because you're a hater, you're going to have, that's a lot to get to me, man. I mean, you're going to have to try really hard. And if you were grown up without a 15-year-old mother that got molested growing up, there's another thing. Here's what I'm getting at. You ain't going to find someone else on YouTube like me. You ain't going to find someone who's bold enough. There's nothing you can say that hasn't been said or done to me. You got no shit on me. Now, that being said, where's my 11-year-old in here? I want to give you some advice. Where you at? Where's he at? Hi, blood. Listen, I believe Jesus was a real person. Now, this is the thing that a lot of people will know about me. I believe in God, and I leave it at that. I have a strong personal relationship with God. I even have a Bible over here. I am always looking for truth. I think that religion is made by man, but there's a spiritual relationship that we feel with the Creator. That's where I stand on that. I seek the Bible for information and knowledge. I'm always in there for Psalms, Solomon, David. I think if we would learn more from the Bible, society would be better. I say Creator, just for what that is. Am I MAGA? I think Donald Trump is the best thing that we needed for our country at the time when he came in. I'm not saying he's the best president that was available at the time, but for the choices, he was the best. And it's really hard to argue with what he's done. Even I sell insurance, right? Keep this insane. Thank you. Where's my 11-year-old? I never went to jump school. I was in the Navy. I did not go to jump school. So I know a lot of people who are airbornes. Shout out to you. We all serve. I was an enduring freedom attached to, what do you call it? JTOC, Joint Task Operational Force, TOC and all that. He says, your top lip doesn't have... Hey, I know you. Look, if you want to make fun of anything, this is my 2-day mustache, right? I was too lazy to shave the top, but yeah, fair enough. Hey, fair point. I can take that. That's fair. I was never on a ship, Zhang. Wei Zhang. I was never on a ship. Have you seen Jesus? How can you meet me? Come to Georgia. Get in the state of Georgia and go to the city of Macon. Go to America United 1776. Anyone who comes to Macon, Georgia, and you tell me through America United 1776, that's my Instagram, I will set up a live and I will go to Macon, Georgia. There's a coffee shop or an ice cream shop, and we will do a live, and I promise you I will meet you there. All you got to do is tell me when you're in Macon, Georgia, America United 1776. If you try to jump me or beat me, I will have a gun on me in the state of Georgia, it is legal to carry. I will have a pistol on me, and if you try to do anything, I will shoot you in the head. Now, that being said, if you don't want that, that's fine. And I mean that with all due love. Meet, and we will literally go live, because I believe in the right to bear arms. Okay, no, I'm just joking, but no, here. No one, but the thing is, that's the closest city for me to meet you. You want to meet me, okay, message me on Instagram, America United 1776. It's at the top of my profile on YouTube. If you want to donate to my channel, click on the More button. There's a Venmo link. It's nice when people donate. No desire. You don't have to. But it's simple. You want to meet me? Come to Macon, Georgia. Let me know when you're going to be there. Message me on Instagram. Hey, if you stand me up, you'll never get a chance again. But I do business out there for insurance. I do sell insurance. So when I'm out there, I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube in my free time. I'm going to build a community of you guys. Probably by January or February of next year, I'm going to have that community through School, SKOOL. I'm sure y'all have heard of that platform. And I will teach you all the secrets to mastering your mindset, business. I'll even give you an opportunity to join my sales team if you want to. You don't have to, right? Sure, the white founding fathers, you can say that. I don't care. It was all races that helped form the United States. It wasn't just whites. It was everybody. It's not about white or black. It's about being conservative or liberal. Whether your skin color is this or that, it doesn't matter. It depends on whether you believe that somebody should get something for free from not working, or you believe that someone should work to get what they deserve. You're either on one or two of those fences. You're either on the conservative party. It's like this. Let's say you see a homeless man outside and he's begging for $50, okay? And you think, I wish I could give every homeless person $50. I get it. Feels right. But then you decide, okay, I'm going to go work for Mr. John, and I'm going to go work for him all day, and he's going to pay me $50. Well, now, once I get my $50, I can now give that $50 to the homeless person and take care of him. Does that make sense? You may ask yourself, why doesn't the homeless person go work for Mr. Johnson to go do the $50? If you agree that the homeless person should work for Mr. Johnson and get the $50, welcome to the Republican Party. If you think the homeless person should get the money that you worked for not doing anything but holding a sign, stay on the left. That's how it works. It depends on how you call. Right? So, I mean, that's just how the world works, dude. Yo, big high. Absolutely, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. Look, When I was younger, I was a Marxist. Look, when I was in elementary school, let's go 175 thumbs ups. Look, when I was younger, I believe that everybody should be equal and everybody should get something. And I used to believe that, okay? If you live in the real world and you have to work and pay bills, the moment you have to pay bills and pay taxes and you realize that money is going to give stuff to people who are not working, your eyes will be open. Maybe not conservative on every issue, but you will predominantly lean to the fact that someone only should get paid by the government if they are unable to work. But if they're using the system to not work and getting paid from other people who are working in the system, like your mom and your dad, who are busting their ass to make ends meet, you're going to find out how the world really works. You work for $50 is crazy. Brother, you've never been homeless. I was so poor when I started, I used to work for food, not for money. Can you imagine being so poor with nothing that you would work for food and not money? If you can't imagine that, then you and I are going to have just different experiences in life. If you grew up with all this nice stuff and no drugs and beatings and stuff, like we just come from two different worlds. That's okay. We all come from different backgrounds, but we should all arrive at the same conclusion. First off, build a business that you own. If you trade time for money your entire life, what's going to happen? You're always going to have to work to get money. Build a business like this. Look, I can show you how to do it. Message me America United 1776 on Instagram. Directly message. Say, Uncle Chris, that's me. Uncle Chris, I want to learn how to build residual income. I promise you. Bun B, one of my motivators, right? Okay. She's a Marine. She got blown up in a vehicle. She messaged me on Instagram. I replied to her. Boom. If you message me on Instagram, I will eventually get to your message. Just saying. Become a top producer, right? Write down your goals, right? Write down your goals. Know your numbers, right? Top producer, resident agent, accident, sickness, life, Medicare. Every time, look, the Biden administration passed the Affordable Care Act. They made insurance company lower the price of drugs, which was stupid, because now seniors had to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars in deductibles. These seniors are paying outrageous numbers for things that they don't even use. Trump came in, changed the legislation. Now I get paid money to take your grandmother and save her $1,500 a year and put money back on the table because I have contracts with them. I am literally the person that's fighting for the elderly because I love the elder generation. And I don't do it just for my commissions. Do I get paid to do it? Yes, I don't work for free. But you know what they get? They get me. And if you sell yourself and build your brand, I promise you, you will make it in this world. What is wrong with you? What is this? Walmart application? Uh-huh. Oh, Zhang Y. Zhang says, man, guys, I can't keep up with the comments. I'm so sorry. It keeps going down. What do we got? Okay, join this. Laugh at my act. Why, Zhang? Elder generation are the ones with education. Yeah, they are. But the elder generation, I can tell you, most of them don't know crap about Medicare and they don't know crap about Medicaid. They're just educated in different ways. So as a veteran, I leverage my military service. I go talk to him and look, I wear nice clothes. I don't show up to someone's house like this. I usually have a clean shave. I put my hair back. I usually wear a polo tucked in with a belt. I look presentable and I'm like, Mrs. Jones, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I do my thing, right? And I'm very respectful. I get referral business. You know, I'm a professional, right? When I treat someone, I treat them like my grandmother or my sister or my mom or my grandpa. Well, he's dead now. So both, pretty much last 2 years, I lost 9 family members, which has been a crazy year. We got to put chips in them. Ranting with rabies. You got rabies? Who's got rabies? I just got here and I can tell you're exactly military. Well, of course. Less than 1% of the population can get into the military. It's very easy to identify those who went into the military because we're less than 1% of the country. Less than 1% of you watching this can actually get into the military between your ASVAB, your mental health, your criminal record, your background, your physical conditioning, your mental ability. Chances are you can't get in. Less than 1% of you can get into the Navy or the Army. You may laugh at them. You may think, oh, these people are dumb. Well, they're 1% of the country. Chances are you couldn't do it. It is what it is. You got rabies. Air assault, what is this? Yeah, so lone wolf, absolutely. The biggest thing with today's world is people have lost the ability to be respectful and good. Now, don't be too kind in this world. If you're too kind in the world will eat you alive. But that does not mean you can't be a good, respectful member of society. You want to be strong, you want to be respectful, but you don't want to be too kind. It's Jordan Peterson said it best. You should be a monster capable of destruction, but have that energy under control. Because if you're somebody who cannot harm another human being, it's not virtuous not to harm someone. You have to be strong enough, but also have enough love and empathy in your heart to help people. Thus, this is what you should strive to be. In business and in everything. People in business respect strength. They respect integrity. They respect people who push, who don't accept no for an answer. These are the things that people respect in business. And you should read from other men and other women who've come before you, and you should use what they have learned through books. Read books, right? Learn the origin of words, right? Read Western literature, right? Hell, learn about Nikola Tesla, right? Learn coil designs, learn music theory. You don't want any of that? Okay, how about this? Back to the basics. Traditional skills. Learn how to do things that your grandparents know how to do. Like how to fold a pyramid, metalworking, how to raise, like all these things, how to make homemade cheese. Like just learn something. In sales, every time you learn something, learn how to make money in the stock markets, right? Every time you learn something new, you have something to talk about in a conversation. You get smarter, right? What do we got? One, please. Big high. Oh, snap. Camera reverse. So I've learned nothing. You've learned nothing? Okay. What you tell me is you're not listening. You've learned something. If you haven't learned anything on this stream, ask a question. Okay, let me see these comments. What is it? No, some are spamming, Chris. Big high. Yeah, so I'm not on my computer. I'm about to be. All right. Oh, here we go. Anyways. All right, guys. On that note, I'm going to head back now. I got to check this email. Guys, stay good. Your favorite coach and entrepreneur. I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Peace.